Peace. It's Equalityfragrances coming to you from PG County, Maryland. Welcome to my cipher. A cipher is a person, place, a thing within my circumference. The understanding of my cipher is peace. Everybody, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for your continued support. You already know. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button and turn on the alerts so you'll be notified when I'm dropping some new videos. I'm going to go ahead and cut to the chase. Y'all know why we are here. Today, I'm going to be doing my full review on a fragrance from Navitus Parfums, and that fragrance is Vivamor. It is a UAE exclusive by Rashid Belhazza, working with the brand. So we're going to get down into it. I'm going to discuss some things that I talked about in my first impressions. I'm going to tell you what I think about the fragrance. I'm going to go into it all. I hope not to make this video too long, but anyway, let's get straight to it. For those who didn't see the first impression, you have the bottle, Vivamor, a nice, solid, heavy, thick glass bottle. You have a nice metal cap. Unlike, it's kind of on and off. Sometimes it stays on, but it comes off fairly easy. So I wouldn't recommend always holding it by the cap. And the sprayer is literally a pressurized sprayer, which is one of the best in the game. A nice mist. And that's what you're gonna get. For the notes, I'll read them for you. You're gonna have top notes of lemon, pineapple, rosewood, pink peppercorn. You're gonna have heart notes of patchouli, oak moss, rose, and saffron. And in the base notes, you're gonna have sandalwood, dark amber woods, leather, and musk. What does that all mean, and what does it do on skin? It opens up to an amazing opening. Absolutely gorgeous. And not to jump ahead of myself, if this remained a linear fragrance of what I got in the opening, this would be a 10 out of 10 fragrance for me, easy. Man, you get hit with this very sweet, slightly bitter lemon, almost candy-like, but I believe I'm getting that really, really ultra sweet, sticky, fruity scent that's really coming from the pineapple that is extremely ripe. I'm talking about one of them pineapples that as soon as you put in your mouth, it just, like the juices flow everywhere. Pause. It is an amazing opening with some spicy, and I believe it's coming from the peppercorn and saffron, spicy, woody, like leathery notes. It remains that way for 15 to 20 minutes. At the 15 to 20 minute mark, every time I wore it, that beautiful opening falls off a cliff very fast. Not even like slow, like it completely like falls off a cliff. But it doesn't go anywhere. It lingers in the background, and it will stay as a background. It becomes Tito Jackson, right? It plays some instruments, some drums. Tito and Randy Jackson of Jackson 5 is what that fragrance becomes, and it's in the background, but it never leaves the group, right? But it's there. You know they exist, but like nobody talks about them, right? So it becomes that. And then what happens, you get this sweet, subtle, introverted, peekaboo, woody, leathery, musky scent. Where have we heard that before? A fragrance that has that kind of thing to it. Yes, Baccarat Rouge 540. Does it smell just like it just because I say it's reminiscent of it? No, it doesn't. Last time I remember, Baccarat Rouge 540 doesn't have pineapple and lemon in it. So no, it is not a clone. Just because something smells alike, get this clone nonsense out your head, at least for the time being, right? So it smells very familiar to that particular fragrance makeup with some lemon and pineapple that lingers in the background. It stays at the hour and a half, almost 2 hour mark at the most. I really was averaging, and I tested this about 13, 12 days and took extensive notes. Mostly on average at about the hour and a half mark is where this started to become a skin scent and really started playing peekaboo. Before that, you know, people would get wafts, had a nice scent trail, but this is not a room filler by no stretch of the imagination, even in the opening. I mean, initially, like first 5 minutes, yeah, if you sprayed it on in the room like 20 times, somebody walked in, but it has a great sea-odd scent trail on this, and amazing. But after that, it starts setting close to the skin and it plays peekaboo. So it's gonna come and it's gonna go. You're gonna get this skin scent for approximately 6.5 to 7 hours till it's gone. Now, how do I talk about performance? Because some people see performance different. If my nose and my hand has to touch to smell it, it's gone. I'm not counting your fragrance's longevity. I don't care who you are. I'm not doing it. So, excuse me. So, at the 7 hour mark, or 6.5, really 6 hour mark, you're gonna have to do this. If you gotta do that, I don't count your fragrance. Sorry. If I can't hover over it and smell it in the air, then that's where I count longevity. At that point, to do this means somebody pretty much have to be on top of you, humping you, or licking your neck to smell you. And 9 times out of 10, you'll rarely smell yourself. So I give it as longevity, a good solid, no more than 7 hours, 6. Now, I have smelt it by touching on my hand, and it's been there at the 10 hour, 9 hour mark. So yes, if you're in bed with somebody 10 hours later, will they smell you? Yeah, they will. They'll probably smell you around 11 to 12 hours, to be totally honest, because I was still picking up slight hints of it at that mark. I've tested it at that time. So yes, if you count that as longevity, you will say, man, I'm getting 10 plus hours on this. Nah, man, you're gonna get 6, 7 hours on this at the most. Now, it's a very light scent. I was testing this, I had a lot of cold weather doing most of my testing of this, and it didn't perform. It performed okay. It was all right. But when I tested this, the days that I hit 60 degrees, I can tell a difference in performance and projection. So this lets me know that this is a spring and summer scent. Yes, you can wear anything, any season. You can wear this in the winter and fall, but hot weather is where this is going to do magical, man. And that's what you're going to get on Life of a Fragrance. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do I give this fragrance? I give this fragrance a solid 9 easy. For 95 stripper ones, this is a steal. For 135, I probably wouldn't. And I'll tell you why. So let me address what I said in my initial first impressions review. I said that this fragrance was very similar to Alexandria Fragrances Game Time. For those who aren't familiar with Alexandria Fragrances, it's a clone house that does blendspirations. A blendspiration is where they take 2 popular fragrances, merge them together to make one. This Game Time, I don't have Dua, so I can't speak to Dua. This Game Time is a blendspiration of Creed Aventus and Baccarat Rouge 540. Now, and it's a clone house, so you say, well, they smell similar. Yes, they do smell similar. For the most part, after 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, they separate. And they remain slightly similar, but there's clear differences in them, and I'll go over that. But this fragrance, you'll say, well, but that's a clone house. This ain't a clone house. So how is this similar to Baccarat? How is this similar to Creed Aventus? Oh, you only saying that because it has pineapple, and all you people say everything that has pineapple smells like Creed Aventus. Wait a minute. Pause for a minute. First and foremost, no, you cannot go upstairs, spray Creed Aventus on your arm, spray Baccarat Rouge on top of your arm, and say you have Game Time. No. Unless you have Game Time, you can't speak to this. You have to have this to know what I'm talking about. 2, you'll say, well, this is missing. Yeah, it has pineapple, but it doesn't have any other notes that Creed Aventus has. Okay. Vibrant Leather. How many people have smelled Vibrant Leather by Zara? Does Vibrant Leather have pineapple in it? No. Does Vibrant Leather have birch tar in it? No. Does Vibrant Leather have black currant in it? No. Does Vibrant Leather smell like Aventus? Yes. Well, how's that possible? They don't have the same notes. Mont Blanc Explorer. Does it have birch tar in it? No. Does it have rose in it? No. Does it have like we can play, you know, we can do semantics all day. We could talk about how Pure Hawaiian is also similar to Naxos, but they have totally different notes besides the honey, right? So this is fragrances. That's what happens. Does that mean that Jorge Lee took this, put it in the machine, reverse engineered it, and came up with it? No, that is silly. That is asinine. That didn't happen. But are the fragrances similar? Yes, completely and utterly. The best way to describe this is using a car reference. Me personally, I've owned a Chevy Tahoe and I've owned a Cadillac Escalade. They both come from GMC or Pineapple, right? They both have GMC parts, 420 horses for the top of the line, leather seats, sunroof, GMC chassis, GMC engine, seat belts, the works, right? And you will say, well, why do I need to spend an extra $30,000 to get a Escalade? Well, till you own one, then you will realize when the instrument panel looks totally different, when it rides totally different, smoother. Everything about an Escalade is superior to a Tahoe, but only people who don't think so are people who never had an Escalade. And they think a Tahoe is better because it's cheaper and it's the same. No, they're not the same. And that's the way I look at this. And that's no knock on Alexandria, because this is a 9 out of 10 fragrance as well. Highly complimented. But this is smoother, more refined. Everything about it is blended way better than this, and you can smell the difference. Maybe in the first 2 minutes, you'll be like, they're the same. After that, it shows its head as being a superior fragrance. So for $30, which I think for 55 you get like around 60 bucks, and for this is like 95. So for the extra $35, you get a better blended fragrance, you get better presentation. If you deem that to be worthy, then yes, it's a worthy fragrance. If you like, well, I have this, I'd rather use that 95 to go towards of the other 3 fragrances that he dropped, I can see how that makes perfectly good sense. And I wouldn't say you was wrong for doing that, because the reality is, in the air, nobody's going to be like, you're wearing Vivamor or you're wearing Game Time. Like, no one's going to, most people aren't, they're just going to say you smell absolutely amazing. What is that? And then you're going to tell them. That's how it's going to rock. So that's my take as far as, and I'm not going to do a full comparison on it because it's not that video. But this fragrance is an amazing fragrance. For $95, it is a steal. The fact that it is also an exclusive, when it runs out, it's going to be gone. Is it bottle worthy? For me, it is. But I spend a little bit of money on fragrances and I don't care. If you're on a budget, it might not be. So that's a choice you have to make. I'm not your financial advisor. So with that being said, that is my full review on Vivamor. It is a great fragrance, a 9 out of 10 fragrance. It has an amazing opening, dries down to a nice, subtle, sweet, introverted, leather, woody, musky scent with pineapple in the background that remains for the life of a fragrance for about 6 to 7 hours, set close to the skin after the 1.5 to 2 hour mark. That's pretty much the makeup of the fragrance. Again, it's going to be perfect for date. When would I wear this? Date nights. I would wear this out and about casually. You can wear this to work because it's not going to be a room fill up the room. This is just an overall night fragrance. This is a grown man fragrance. It's grown. So I like it. Would I go out and buy tons of bottles of this? No, this is good for me. So with that being said, hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you'll be notified when I drop some more videos, because I have a lot of fragrances to discuss. Some fragrances nobody has discussed. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you the way I greeted you, and that's in universal language of peace.